Welcome, folks, to the IWM Broadcast Network. Tonight we are live at Charlotte Motor Speedway, a night race for the iRacing Warriors Motorsportz recruitment race. Tonight we've got a field of some of iRacing's best drivers. I'm your host, Rick Souza, and I'm joined today in the booth with Michael Carpenter. Michael?
Good to be with you, Rick. It's going to be a good night.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. So we'll right now we're wrapping up practice. There is approximately 30 seconds or so left of practice. We've seen a number of folks out on the track. We're looking at Christopher Howell, who's put up the best time of the evening so far.
Yeah, Christopher's been with us for a couple weeks now. He's really turned out to be a really good racer, put down some good laps. He's going to be a formidable competitor tonight, I think.
I completely agree. He seemed to have figured out this track, and that 29.93 is an impressive lap time.
Yeah, it looks like we've also got John DeRugis in the league as well. He's been with us for a while now. We know what kind of racer John is. He's going to put up a fight tonight as well. He's going to be up front all night, I think.
We've got a number of folks out there that we've seen before, and also a number of newcomers. So we'll take a, we'll see what happens here. And right now, we're going to move on to qualifying.
Be interesting to see how many guys go out and actually qualify to get in this thing, or whether they want to start from the back and see how that goes.
Well,
that's not a good start.
That is going to leave a mark. So let's see what else is coming the track. This is Kenny Bradstock, who's coming out of the pits. We'll see how Kenny does in his qualifying lap.
Yeah, Kenneth is with Southern E Motorsports. We've raced with him before. He's definitely some good competition as well. He'll put down a good lap and be a opponent tonight for sure.
Well, let's see what he can do and what he can put up on the board. We haven't seen. There's a number of cars out on the track. We can go through just one at a time here, and we'll watch Kenneth's lap, and then we'll jump over to somebody else's and see what they put up on the tower.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be his warm-up lap. I'm down low on the warm-up lap, which is kind of interesting. Usually you want to go up high and get some heat in the tires on your warm-up lap, and then go aggressive at it. But we'll see how this works out for him. It looks like he's able to hold the bottom pretty well there, so it looks like he's got a good lap going.
We're beginning to see a number of times come through. We've got the number 4 car of Salem in at 30.72. Patterson posts the best. That's a good recovery after tagging that wall.
Yeah, no doubt.
30.56.
Bradstock at a 30.94.
Yeah, I'm guessing that was his warm-up lap, so we'll see how things shake out.
Like Howell with a 30.29. That's a good lap for Christopher Howell.
And I'm thinking that's a warm-up lap, so there's a better lap by, yeah. See, we're seeing that routine, that rotation. We'll jump to some other folks here. This is Christopher Howell's second lap. That's a great time, 30.02.
Yeah.
He currently has the best time on the board. William George finishing up his. David Conklin is in the 20.
It's like Jeff Needy's a 30.42 in 6th right now.
Correct. We've got Brian Beach in the 19. We've got John DeRugis coming out of the pits now to start his qualifying attempt.
Anxious to see what kind of lap John puts down. Looks like in practice, See, John did a 29.98 in practice. See if he can put down that kind of lap here in qualifying. Yeah, John DeRue, just one of the iRacing Motorsportz drivers here running in our league. John is a very, very good, experienced driver from Nashville, Tennessee. Looking for big things out of him tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It looked like he tagged the wall a little bit on that warm-up lap. Brian Beach turned in a 30.37 there. Move him into 6th.
Oh, 30.15.
He's got one lap to go to see if he can beat Christopher Howe's 30.02.
I'm curious to see his line right now out of 3 and 4. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, hugging that bottom. He's holding it well. See what we get here.
Did we run out of time? I don't think that second lap counted.
Yeah, I don't think he got it in either. So he's going to start 2nd tonight.
Wow. So we've got a 5-minute warm-up period here. Let's bring up the current race info about tonight's event. So here, go ahead.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have 85 laps. They're going to run 60% fuel. They will have one quick repair and 3 extra sets of tires, and those tires are going to be very critical tonight. Conserve those tires and be there at the end.
So Charlotte's one of those 1.5-mile tracks that will just grind those tires down. So
I don't think we can overstate it enough how important the tires are going to be tonight. That's going to be the key to the race for sure.
I'm not sure. I guess we're going to have to just guesstimate from a 60% fuel calculation just what that fuel windows will look like. Wouldn't hurt to do a little bit of calculation if we could figure that out, just to kind of feel what they're seeing on an average run. Maybe we can get someone to tell us what they're running on a tank, so we can get a feel for that, so we can guesstimate when those pit stops will occur. We'll just take a look at that. Current, definitely race conditions. It's definitely a cool evening, so it should make for a fast race.
Looks like I'm seeing 73 degrees on the track temperature, so the track is definitely cool as well. So they're going to have a lot of grip. See if how they can make that work and try to stay clean tonight. Lap for Christopher Howe here in warm up with a 30.01.
That's pretty impressive. So right now, as I count the field, I've got 22 registered so far, so that should make for a pretty full field. We can bring up the grid in a bit and kind of talk through what we'll have and who will start where once we get them done with the warm-ups here.
Chris just dropped below a 30. He's at a 29.95.
That's impressive. And
John D with a 29.86. He is flying as well.
Yeah, he has just jumped the top of the leaderboard for certain.
It's going to be fun to watch those two mix it up tonight for sure. I'd like to see who else is going to come and be a be a challenger to those two.
And they're not running together. It's not like he's picking up a draft off somebody. Right. So we're running some times here of 29.86, 29.95, and that's by yourself. That's not in a pack, in a draft. Trying to get a feel for who else is running together. If there's somebody out here, I think right now everybody's just kind of running. The field just kind of split. Yeah. Everybody's basically...
Yeah, they're all spread out. There doesn't look like there's anybody really drafting off of each other right now, so those times are pretty solo car times.
They are.
That's impressive. Sub-30s, that's very impressive solo. Ooh. It's like Brian Beach sliding across the infield there. Here. Let's get that out of the way early.
Good, yeah, good time to get that done now. Move on with that. Oh, he is... Oop. He is marking up Humpy's field. He is not going to. Humpy is not going to be happy with the grass. He really is.
Wheeler is not going to be happy with that. Yeah, it looks like we got Dan Withers out on the track, turning some laps before we get started here. He was a late arrival.
There's Dan right there in the number 67. Another one of the Southern Esports drivers, is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, Dan is with Southern Esports. Glad to have those guys on board with us this season.
Oh. Yep. And that's the end of warm-up. So, I think it's time to move on to the grid.
Grid up. Like we got Christopher Howe on the pole with John DeRudris on the outside.
That's correct. We've got William George in third, David Conklin in fourth, Cam Patterson in fifth, Brian Torchia in sixth, Brian Beach in seventh. I'm going to guess Seelan Kublai in eighth, Jeff Needy in ninth, and Kenneth Bradstock in 10th.
Darren Owens is going to start 11th. I'll let you go for 12th.
Matthew Wodowski in 12th. Elliot Swope in 13th. Ted Wilbur in 14th, leaving with the hard names. Evan Amick in 15th. Matthew Brewer in 16th. Why don't you figure out the rest?
It looks like Dylan Benson, followed by Dan Withers, Talon Norco, and Zachary Mills, and Maurice Berry, and Cody Qualls. Looks like it's going to round it out tonight.
Yep, I think that's the end of our qualifiers. We do have 22 cars in our grid. And we're beginning to get this underway. We got there. These are beginning to form up. We've got a pretty big gap with some of those guys to catch back up to the field. It's going to be
they're going to have to catch up here.
They are.
I think they'll make it. Well, lights out on a pace car, so whether they're here or not, we're going racing.
We are.
Hope everybody's patient here at the beginning. Let some heat get in the tires, so we don't have any spin outs and accidents early on. Try to settle into a good long green flag run and get some good racing in tonight.
Pace car is down. Headed down to the straight.
Green.
Green.
Looks like Chris and John got off to a good jump there.
Oh yeah, they're side by side.
Looks like everybody's getting through 1 and 2 clean.
We're not through yet. Oh, Saw some sparks on the wall from somebody.
John with a big, strong move into 3 off of 4. Take the lead.
They've got to be a little patient at the beginning to get some heat in these tires.
Oh, caution's out already.
Oh, looks like we've got the 48 that wound up in the wall. I see the number 2. We can try to back that up, Michael. Let's see what happened here.
It's like the...
Let's go here at quarter speed, see if we see anything here. It's like the 48 came down. They went 3 wide.
Wow, yeah.
Oh, and then came back up into the 33, and they...
Oh, hit hard.
Oh, and went through the 77. I'm not sure how much... Yeah, that 2 car is sailing.
Yeah, that 2 car took a hit. It's going to be interesting to see how much damage the 77.
Oh, and
Dan Withers
got
collected there too.
He sure did. He sure did.
It's going to be interesting to see how much damage Evan Amick took, because it kind of looked like he went through him net code a little bit there. So I'm not sure how much damage he got.
Yep, we'll have to see how it all plays out. So that was a quick first caution on lap number 3.
I wouldn't think anybody would go in for tires at this point.
No, a few fake outs in the back of the field. There's somebody going down, but it maybe just be, yeah, that's the 2 car who's going down for some repairs. Yeah, he's missing his front clip, so I think he's coming in to probably utilize his quick repair.
Yeah, it's a shame that you have to use that quick repair this early.
Yeah,
you don't want to have to burn it this early. It's a long race.
Looks like Dan Withers also he took the opportunity to grab tires. So I think he actually did that, or maybe he just left that turned on. It's pretty early for tires.
Yeah, I can't imagine that was intentional there. I don't think you'd want to burn a set of tires this early, because he for sure had to use a quick repair, which would have given him new tires to start with.
Absolutely. All right, let's head back up to the field. They're probably going to start forming up again to go back to green in a moment.
Interesting to see if anybody learned their lesson there. We definitely, the thing to do here is just to take it easy for the first few laps, get settled in, get some grip in those tires, and then lay the hammer down and make your moves. But take it easy now and stay out of trouble is going to be the name of the game right here.
Lights are still on the pace car, so I think we've got another lap at least to go.
Restart, we're probably going to be at 80 to go, so we're still a long way to go in this one.
That's correct. This is scheduled for 85 laps, and we've just scratched the beginning here.
Like Darren Owens in the 44 there is in 8th position. Darren won our recruitment race last week, so I expect to see him up front battling these front guys before this thing's over with.
There's Darren, another Ohio boy from Goshen, in the 44 Harley Davidson car. If we want, we can, while we're waiting for the formation here, we can go back through the field and
John DeRugis up front there from Nashville, Tennessee with the iRacing Warriors. In the 59 machine, got Christopher Howe in the 88. Like he's from Chesapeake, Virginia. William George in the 9 machine.
Shows 99 on the track, but that's typical in a recruitment race, an open session.
Yeah. Like Cam Patterson in the 26, he's got up there in 4th. He had a little trouble in qualifying, but he turned out a good lap. He's back up front here in the 4th position, or 5th position. I'm sorry.
Kublai Ceylan, and I know we're butchering that name, is currently sitting right now in 7th. There's
Darren Owens running 8th position from Goshen, Ohio.
Talon Norco from Mid-South Mafia Sim Sports is currently running in the 9th spot, and in the 10th position, Kenneth Bradstock in the 74.
Kenneth was one of those Southern Esports guys. There's a few of those out there today. Evan Amick also with the Southern Esports from Clover, South Carolina in the 77 machine.
Well, we're about to go back to green here right now.
Take cars off, so we're going to go green, and let's hope we can keep this thing clean. Big jump by John DeRugis up front again. Got a good restart. We're side by side battling for 3rd and 4th place here.
Yes, we are. Still early yet.
Car on the outside there battling for 3rd and 4th place. So it looks like the 8. Looks like that was Jeff Nene.
Taking a little pass through the grass.
He got down in the grass. I'm not sure what happened there, but it looks like he saved it. Caution's not out yet.
All right, we'll focus on this battle at the front here for a bit. That is very tight.
It's interesting to see these lines. It looks like in 3 and 4, John is definitely trying to hold the bottom. Chris looks like he's a lane up. See if he can make that work and pick up some ground here on John DeRugis.
How long can that low line work, though? With these tires are just not going to last. Taking a beating on that low line.
Yeah, it'll work for a little bit, but if they continue to do that, they're going to chew their tires up and start heading backwards, I would think. I don't think you can keep doing that very long.
Again, that was one of your keys to the race, right?
Yeah, definitely. Got to conserve those tires. It's still a great battle back there for 3rd and 4th place between the 20 and the 90. It looks like the 20 and the 9. 99 on the track. 9 and iRacing. It's a great battle.
They are bobbing and weaving through that pack.
They've been side by side for 4 or 5 laps straight now. It's been a great battle here. Like a little stretch out there. 20's laying back, getting a run off the corner there. Is going to have a good run down the back stretch on him.
I think the 99 put a block on him.
Ooh, bottlenecking up here.
Yeah.
Christopher Howe had a big run on John DeRugis. Not sure if...
Oh, no, the 99's in the wall.
Oh, no, 99's in the wall, into the 20, collected the 20.
Well, you know what? They saved it.
They did save it.
We did not. Oh.
Oh, no.
Let's hope Jeff Nene can hang on to it.
Yeah, it looks like he got through there clean. Caution is out.
Oh.
Wow, that was wild. Yeah, we talked about him for 3 or 4 straight laps there. It was going to be tough to keep running side by side like that and not get into each other and have an issue. That was just hard racing.
Well, that's our second caution of the night. We made it almost 7 laps. We saw some fabulous side-by-side racing and a tight battle for second, third, and fourth. And I think we're seeing potentially some takers here.
I would think we'll see a few takers here. Definitely in the guys that got caught up in that for sure, but we will see.
We'll see who comes down pit road.
Looks like Christopher Howell. Oh, nice little fake job there. So John DeRujas, Christopher Howell, and Darren Owens stay out. Looks like Kenny Bradstock is also going to stay out.
We do see a few for sure who have made it onto pit lane.
Yeah, I think for the leaders, Christopher and John, I think that was probably a good call. I mean, they weren't running side by side, you know, digging the tires out, trying to make it work there. I think, you know, try to conserve sets of tires at this point. We don't have a great deal of lap. You know, we've probably only got about 9 laps of green flag racing.
Agreed.
If that, really. So, I mean, I think that was probably a good call to stay.
Yeah, especially if you weren't involved in any of those little contact with the wall or contact with each other. You know, you don't want to blow through your quick repair.
So Darren Owens has made his way up to the 3rd place position. He has definitely made his way up through there. I think missing the carnage between the 9 and the 20 was probably a big deal there.
Absolutely.
That was tough. That was a tight squeeze through there.
John's held on to the lead.
Yeah, John he's going to be up front all night if he can stay out of trouble. It's going to be fun to watch him and Chris and Darren battle this thing out. We can't count out Kenneth Bradstock though. I've ran with Kenneth several times in the last few weeks, and he's a heck of a racer, and he's going to be up there giving those guys all they want as well. It's going to be a fun battle up front here. Got 71 to go, lap 15 of 85 here.
Lights are still on the pace car.
Yeah, we should be coming to 1 to go, I would think.
They'd be turning off right there. We are. They're off. So we're going to see them start forming up.
We mentioned John DeRujas, Christopher Howell, Darren Owens, and Kenneth Bradstock. We've got Jeff Neaney in the 40. Is going to be restarting in the 5th position. Matthew Brewer is going to restart in the 6th position, followed by the 77 of Evan Amick. And the 67 of Dan Withers behind him in 8th position. Ted Wilbur is going to be restarting in 9th. It looks like Brian Torchia. I hope I'm not butchering that too bad. It's going to be restarting in 10th. That'll be your top 10 to restart here.
I think that sums it up. I think he did a great job with his name. I think I butchered the 12th place driver or 11th place driver a lot worse than you did. So
Yeah, we apologize if we're butchering your names, guys. That's certainly not what we're trying to do. We're making the best of it here.
absolutely.
All right, pace car is off. We are going green.
Green, green, green.
It's like another good restart by the 59 of John DeRugis. Darren Owens got a great restart.
Oh, I just saw.
Yeah, it looks like the Jeff Neeney got spun there. I don't know if he got help or he looks like he spun in the infield there. Hopefully he can get that thing going so we don't get another caution here.
Did he save it? Did he save it? Looks like he's back on the track.
Yeah,
there we
he's
go.
back on the track coming off of 2 there. Looks like the battle right now is going to be between Christopher Howe and Darren Owens. They're side by side across the start-finish line there.
They are. It's tight, too.
Looks like Darren got down on the apron there a little bit. Got himself loose. It's going to let Chris pull away there.
I don't know. I think he aggressively went after that low line. They bought off a little bit too much on that apron.
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like Kenneth Bradstock in the 74 is just laying back, seeing what happens, ready to pounce whenever those two make a mistake.
You know, with 67 laps, that's probably a wise maneuver.
I would definitely think that's the thing to do right now. Don't overdrive the car. Don't burn those tires up. Just let everybody use their stuff up and just be there at the end. That's the way it's going to work.
Just stay with the leaders. Keep a good interval. Try to stay out of trouble. Whoa. I made a mistake. I looked like Darren Owens got a little bit out of shape when he had Kenneth Bradstock on his bumper, and there's a bit of wiggling going on.
John DeRugis in that 50-mile machine is really turning out some good laps there. He's out to a half a second lead there on Christopher Howe.
Yeah, pretty big interval.
Up to 74, Kenneth Bradstock is pulling up on Darren Owens' bumper here. We could have a battle for third brewing here.
We'll scroll back a little bit through the field. There's battles brewing up all over tonight. Looks like a pretty tight battle back here in 5th and 6th and 7th. Back a little farther. Dan Withers is back there in 9th.
Yeah, it looks good battle here between Matthew Brewer and William George for the 5th and 6th spot. Looks like William George is going to get around Brewer for 5th.
That's some great racing there.
Looks like everybody's putting some distance between themselves up front in the first 4 cars there. John DeRugis has got it stretched out to a 7/10 lead.
You know, we can ride along with Christopher Powell in this lap.
Yeah, it looks like he's running about the second lane, getting into 3, then really trying to dive it down in a corner of 4 to get a good hard drive off.
Yeah, he's still taking that aggressive line through 2 and then hammering it back down on the backstretch. See his RPMs. See, he's going deeper in the corner. Try and get a little bit of a better run at DeRugis.
Yeah, we had a pass for 6th there. Looks like Brian Torchia just got around the 51 of Matthew Brewer. Strong move on the inside there. Like Evan Amick is taking a peek on the inside of Brewer as well to try to take that position away.
Well, the last time, if we look back at Matthew Brewer, he has not pitted, so those are old tires. Dan Withers, he did get fresh tires on lap 3, so
got a good battle up here for 3 and 4. It looks like William George just got around Darren Owens there. Now we know William George, he did get tires. He was caught up in that first scuffle there. So he has got fresher tires than the 44 machine of Owens.
Correct. He was in on
able
lap.
to drive right around there.
He was in on lap 13.
Yeah. Looks like John DeRue just got it to a 1.1 interval there. He is he's putting down some hard laps here. He's pulling away.
He is. Well, I think the interesting thing is he is now going to start coming up on lap traffic. So if we could, we'll grab John's in car. Let's take a peek and see where we are. So he's got a bit of a some distance till that first lap car, but it's coming up on. We'll see how that plays in his strategy.
Yeah, we battle back here again with Evan Amick and Matthew Brewer. Looks like caution is out.
Caution is out. Caution is out. So it looks like the number 4 car has spun and hit the wall. We can go back and see just what happened to the 4 car. He's got some significant front end damage.
Oh, it looks like he just hit the wall coming off a 2.
Single car by himself. Let's just
it looks like he just hit the wall coming off a 2. I don't know whether he overdrove the corner, misjudged, but when he hit the wall, it really sent him for a ride.
Yep, looks like he just got, just pushed it up in the wall, tried to correct it in the wall again, and I think at that point,
I would think you're going to see this lead pack come down for their first stop, don't you, Rick?
I think there's a very good chance of that. Let's go back to live. Oh yeah, we're seeing the entire front row. Look at that. They're all coming down pit road. DeRudris, Howell, George, Owens, Bradstock, Turcia, Brewer, Amick, Withers, Nini. They're all in. So the entire leaders are in at this point. We'll see how quickly, and also we'll see their strategy. So we see DeRudris took right side.
Yeah, I didn't think he would there. William George just took fuel only. He did not take tires. I was really paying attention to his pit stop to see, because I knew he got tires on the last go around there. So he just got fuel only, so he should come out in the first position here.
Everybody else got 4 tires and fuel.
Yeah. So he's definitely going to be off sequence a little bit on the tires and hoping for probably a middle run caution here just a little bit, see if he can't get back on the same sequence, see how that goes. He may try to save himself an extra set of tires for a late race caution.
Well, again, it comes down to that strategy we talked about at the opening. You've got to preserve your tires, you got to manage your fuel, and now with 56 laps to go, it all becomes critical.
We're getting stretched out up front there. John was pulling away from Christopher Howe there. William George was on the charge, though. He had those few lap fresher tires, and he was really making some noise there. So it'll be interesting to see how long he can hold these guys off now that they have fresh tires, and he's on older tires now too. So it's going to be interesting to see how long he can hold those guys off.
All right. Looks like everybody is making their way back off of pit road. There's only one car on pit road, and that's the unfortunate incident with the 4 car. So he's stayed on pit road trying to get some probably repairs made to that vehicle. We're still pacing here. Lights are still on the pace car.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing the 4 car in one of the first accident there. I'm assuming that I would have thought he would have had a quick repair left.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Should be 2 to go here. I would think once we get back around, it'll be 1 to go. We get back green flag racing here.
Take this opportunity to kind of run through the field at this point. Chris Howell is sitting right now in 3rd spot. Brian Torchia with a 33 on his hood and a 2 on his side is running in 6th. Dan Withers in 7th. Jeff Nini is sitting in, he's in 7th. Withers is in 8th. They're still forming up the field here. Evan Amick is sitting in 9th. And then you've got Matthew Brewer in 10th.
I think we need to give a shout out to Brian Torchia and this paint scheme he's got. He does have a 33 on the hood, but that is Al Bundy on the side of his car. So the 33 is Al Bundy's football number. That is a quality paint right there, my friend.
All right.
Pol Kai.
I think we're about to go green.
Green flag is out. Oh, great jump by John DeRugis on the outside there. See if he can get the 99 cleared here. And he does. Aaron Owens is making a charge on the outside as well.
Oh, they are tight. It's kind of trapped the 99 down low of George.
Yep, and he's running on those older tires.
That is true. Absolutely.
Well, here comes Christopher Howell as well. He's making some noise up here, getting on the back bumper of the 99.
Oh, that's tight. That's tight.
I can't tell if there was contact there or not.
Oh,
it looked
man.
close.
Definitely a little too close for comfort.
So Owens is going to clear the 99. Now Christopher Howell's trying to get up here and clear the 99 as well. Looks like he's going to make the pass.
Yeah, you can definitely see what fresh tires will do here. That has cycled him back pretty far already, and it's only been 2 laps.
Yeah, it looks like everybody else is kind of spreading out. With the battle right now, looks like it's going to be for second between Christopher Howell and Darren Owens. Christopher is stalking the 44 down right now. Looks like he's going to take a dive to the inside, make his move here. See if he can make it work.
I don't know. I think
it's tough to hold that bottom, man.
It is.
It's tough to carry that momentum and hold the bottom. Darren did a good job of running the middle line there and getting a good run off.
Well, you've got so many good laps on these tires before they become worn. And then you'll just have to bide your time till the next caution or a green flag stop. So.
Yeah, I would say John in the 59 would really like those 2 guys to keep going side by side, because the 2 of them running nose to tail there, they've kind of run him down. He had a 6/10 of a lead there. It's down to 4/10 now. So
they're still
nose to tail,
battling.
they're catching him. Yeah, but now they're going side by side again.
Yeah.
Man, Christopher made that bottom line work right there. Got around the 44 Owens. That was a great pass.
Oh, I think that's Jeff Nini through the grass again. He's making that grass work.
Looks like he was able to save it again. We
He
didn't get
saved
lost
it
there.
again.
Yeah, Chris is really running down the 59 of John DeRugis here. He's got that thing down to 3/10.
Well, when you've got the 44 behind you, I think that's definitely helping him. Where they can stay nose to tail, they can work that gap down.
For sure, and you got to remember too, John DeRugis there. He's a methodical racer. He probably sees those guys battling. He's not pushing it too hard there. I would like to think that John is probably trying to not overdrive this car and save some tires for the long run here. Yeah, Christopher's right on that back bumper, ready to pounce here.
Would you go for the lead or just try to?
I don't think I would. I really don't. You know, if you know you've got a guy up front that's going to turn good, clean laps, and you two can link up, because if they would just link up, they could pull away, and then once they get a good gap out on the field, they could really, you know, back off and conserve those tires.
But that didn't happen. Christopher Howell just took the lead.
We'll just see how hard he's running here, because if he pulls away, and it looks like he's going to, he's got a big run off of 4 there.
Huge.
He's already stretched it out to 3/10 over John DeRugis in the 59.
Well, these two have put on a clinic about the line to run here at Charlotte.
Yeah, we've got a side-by-side battle for 4th and 5th back here with George and Torchia. I think George got around Torchia there. Well, it looks like Torchia's going to make another look here on the inside coming off of 4, see if he can make that work.
I think he can. They're still side by side.
Yeah, side by side. Wow, this is great racing. Good job by both of those guys to hold their lines and keep it nice and smooth and clean through there.
And they're still at it.
I believe this happened with the 99 on the first run there. They ran door to door with somebody for 4 or 5 laps. It was just, you can only do it for so long until somebody makes a mistake.
Absolutely. All right, looks like he's completed that pass. Let's jump back up to the front. I think that gap between these two has narrowed. It's only less than 2/10 between them.
John is reeling him back in there. This is kind of what I was talking about before. If the two of these guys would just link up, nose to tail, they could drive away and leave the 44 back there. They could, you know, get a gap there. They could really back off and conserve their tires.
I think they're having more fun battling each other.
For sure. Well, you and I both know John DeRugis really well. That is one competitive dude. He doesn't want to run second to anybody.
Yeah, there is no second place. Second place is the proverbial first loser for John.
For sure.
Yeah. It could be as simple as a practice lap or just getting out in a fun run. He wants to be first.
No question about it. That's what makes him so good.
Absolutely.
Good side-by-side battle back here for the 7th and 8th position as well.
We're riding along right now with John. We'll jump back to that 7th and 8th position in a second. That's Jeff Nini. And the 62. I may be wrong on the display.
We missed a pass for the lead there. Christopher Howe got around the 59 and John DeRugis for the lead.
We'll jump back up front, keep an eye on these guys. They've been going back and forth. We are now 37 laps to go.
Yeah, I was just checking the lap times. That last lap for John DeRugis was a 30:79. And it looks like Christopher Howe ran a 30:74. Just a little bit, you know, five 100ths quicker there.
This is a great battle, and they've swapped the lead multiple times, these two.
Yeah, and they've stretched the lead out to the third position by over 3 seconds now, running nose to tail like this.
I mean, they are running their own race.
Yeah, they have managed to check out here.
Let's jump back to the third position with Darren.
His last lap time was a 31:34. Comparing that to the second place machine of John DeRugis was a 30:78. So, yeah, we're 5/10 off.
Yep, absolutely.
These guys out front here are definitely just driving away at this point.
Well, and we're seeing the intervals between the cars. So you got a pretty big interval between third and 4. William George in the 9. Evan Amick. They're spread out. Jeff Nini.
Interesting to see. I mean, we may have a really long green flag run here with everybody spread out like this. See what kind of strategies they do if they do have to make that green flag stop.
I'm concerned about these guys up front. There's been a lot of green flag, a lot of competitive miles, a lot of line protecting. They're taking the most aggressive lines to keep ahead of each other. And when you've fallen behind, they're taking the aggressive line to catch back up. So tire wear is a concern for these two, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think, you know, there's a lot of race left. If Darren Owens in the 44 is just making good, clean, conservative laps, those two guys could come back to him if they do wear their tires out here.
So this group last pitted on lap 29. So that is 25 laps to go. 25 laps on these tires. Probably okay for another 10 laps. But I'm thinking they're going to be looking somewhere in that lap 65 for fuel and tires.
Yeah.
Which would give them 20 laps to green. To the checker flag. So.
Yeah, they've stretched this thing out to almost a 5-second lead between those guys and the third place car, Darren Owens. If they're using their stuff up, they're not showing it. They're turning down some lap times right here.
Yeah, we can move the tower over to let's look at those last times. So yeah, they are 31:05, 31:03. And as we go back between 3, 4, and 5, they're all running in the 31:23 to 31:36 range. They are significantly faster than the rest of the field by 0.2. And a lot of this, they're not doing it nose to tail. They're dropping out. They're pursuing aggressive lines. They're doing their best to get around each other. We've got Dan Withers on.
Every time I think Christopher's going to pull away there just to get a little gap, John makes a real aggressive line to the inside and pulls right back up to him.
So we're seeing the first First taker on pit road, that's Dan Withers. Seems like he's gotten tires. He's headed out. He got, looks like all 4 and fuel. Not sure if he was on an off cycle of tires. But he's the first one we've seen at lap 55 to be actually on pit road. 28 laps to go here at Charlotte. We've got a tight battle for first between Christopher Howell and John DeRudris.
They just keep continuing to stretch that lead out over the third place car. It's now a 5.7 second lead over the 44 machine of Darren Owens. These guys are battling it out, but it doesn't seem to be hurting their lap times at all.
No, they are definitely working together and putting a big gap. Now, that being said, the question is, do you short pit? Do you... I guess they just have to figure out they're going to pit together. Well, I thought John was going to challenge for the lead again right there. Riding along with Christopher Howell as he crosses the start-finish line.
Well, John is definitely driving it in a lot deeper than Christopher is, because he pulls right up alongside of him, right up behind him, getting into one. So it looks like Chris is backing his corners up just a little bit more than John is, but then he's getting a better drive off.
That's a really good observation, especially now when we've got these guys on significantly older tires.
They've stretched this thing out to 8 seconds now.
I mean, they're almost to the point now where they could go in, get fuel and right side tires and come out and still not lose much track position when those other guys were to come in and take their pit stop.
Yeah.
I don't know about fuel. There's 23 laps to go. I'm assuming they're going to need one more stop for fuel, but I don't have that data.
59 just made the pass to take the lead.
He sure did. So our new leader is our old leader. John DeRudris has returned to the top of the tower.
And it was just like we were discussing before. The pass was, Chris was taking his conservative middle of the road line, and John had enough, and he dives it down to the bottom real aggressive and was able to hold it, make it stick, and drive right by him on the inside.
So now this group has opened up a almost 11-second gap over third and fourth.
And that is wild. Those guys are just battling it out there. I mean, it's crazy that they've been battling like this and been able to pull away. Looks like the 77 of Evan Amick is going down pit road to get his service.
Yeah, we're seeing Kenny Bradstock is also on coming down pit road as well. So I think Christopher Howell is now on pit road. I guess it's that time. He got passed. It's time for fresh rubber, top off the fuel tanks, and come on in.
You would think John would need to make his next stop right now. You don't want to be out there turning slower lap times if you can't help it. So I would think we'll see John DeRudris hit pit road here pretty soon as well. Yep, here he comes. See if he makes a good clean pit stop here.
That's a long ride down pit road when you pitted first.
Yeah, it sure is.
Let's see. All four? Right side only?
Right sides are on. They're going to drop the jack.
He took
He's
all.
getting left sides as well. Yeah,
Yep.
he took all four.
He took all four.
Looks like Christopher Howell took a 4-tire stop as well. So they're on the same strategies there.
So you've got your third and fourth place. William George and Darren Owens are both now coming down pit road. Darren's got a bit of a rash on the right side of that car. He's seen maybe a little bit contact with the wall. But these are regularly scheduled stops at this point under green flag conditions. And our new leader is Jeff Neaney. I'm sure he's got a pit stop. He last pitted on lap 29, so I believe he's probably due as well, and I'm assuming he should be coming in next time around.
Oh, Darren Owens spinning, coming off a pit road. Oh man, what happened there? Yeah, he lost it coming off a pit road, going all the way around, bring out the caution.
Oh my gosh.
That is going to make things interesting.
It sure is. Well, Deridris Howell, Brian Torchia, and William George, they just pitted. Obviously, Owens, he was actually a lap, I guess he went a lap down with that, but he'll probably lose that lap.
Yeah, I would say he is going to lose that lap. He was going to cycle back in, you know, if it stayed green there, but he's definitely going to stay a lap down now.
$16 laps to go. I think everything has just gotten a little bit crazy.
Yeah, it sure did. This is gonna stack John Durgis, Christopher Howell, and Brian Torchia, and I would think you'd even want to put William George in there. He was a fast car early on, so we get these guys bunched back up. They all have fresh tires. They're on the same strategy. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes.
So I'm showing at this point, Bradstock and Withers are both laps down at this point. So we'll see. Jeff Neaney should be able to come back out. He's currently coming off of pit road and has made his way back onto the track. This is our fourth caution. Not terrible out of 85 laps here at Charlotte, but the race is not over.
No, this thing's a long way from over. We've been for the last 30, 40 laps watching just a great battle between John Durugis and Christopher Howell, but I think things are about to heat up here up front. This is going to be a good race to the finish.
Well, John will be lining up in the first position. I'm guessing that the 67 will get a wave around. Probably Amick as well. We'll see how this all shakes out. Because I'm not quite sure
who the lucky dog was going to be there.
I'm not sure. When I go back,
my relative is showing the first car lap down as Kenneth Bradstock, but it doesn't appear that he's been waved around yet.
Yeah, I show him one lap down. That is correct. Well, let's see what happens at the line. But my guess is that those cars are going to get the wave around.
Well, you would definitely think that the 44 is going to be a lap down. I would think.
I think he still shows on my relative as on the lead lap.
He does on mine as well, but I thought it looked like he was a lap down when he spun, bringing out the caution, which would trap him a lap down. But we'll see.
Yep. Anybody getting a wave round should be going now, I thought.
Yeah, there they go.
There we go.
Yes, we've got the 9 and the 44 with the wave around. Looks like Evan Amick is also getting the wave around.
There we go. Yep, and as well as Darren Owens. All right, so that kind of restacks and reshuffles what we've got. So here we are with 13 laps to go. Lights are off on the pace car. We've got DeRugeris, Howell, Needy, Turchia, George, Owens, Amick, Bradstock, Withers, and Brewer. Well, Brewer's out. Withers is our 9th place driver here. Attrition has certainly played a part in tonight's event.
Yeah, no question. All those the cautions early took some cars out. They were just innocent bystanders, and once they use that quick repair, if they get hit again, they normally jump out of here. But it's going to be, I think we're going to have a really fun race here to the finish up front here. It's like the pace car is off. We're about to go green.
Pace car is down. Green, green, green.
Big jump by John DeRugis there to get out front here.
Huge. Just a big jump. Oh, definitely a battle back there in 4th, 5th, and 6th for sure.
Yeah, John DeRugis does not want to see this big hornet's nest back here. He does not want to caution after a restart like that. Oh, Jeff. Stop that grass again for the 3rd time.
Oh, there's another car on the wall. Wow,
yeah.
That's gonna bring the caution back out.
Yeah, that was a big hit there.
Yep, that's our number 2 car, Torchia. It is. He's definitely. Hopefully, he still has a quick repair. I just don't know. But of course, caution is out for the 5th time tonight.
That is the last thing the 59 car wanted to see there. He was out to a half a second lead already, just off of that restart. He did not want to see this thing get bunched back up like that. That was going to be hard. That was going to be really hard for Christopher Howe to run him down in those few laps with that kind of lead there.
Well, so they get a chance to do this all over again as we come down with 10 laps to go. We'll lose 3 to a caution unless race control shortens it. But we're going to be back to green in about 3, so that puts you with 7 laps to go.
Be interesting to see. I went back and looked. It looked like John, he just, as soon as he got an opportunity to take off, he took off and pulled away there. Be interesting to see what kind of strategy he uses on this restart. See if he can try to get that same advantage to pull back ahead there.
I wonder if we have time to try to reach out and try to drag him in and to the booth, see if we can reach out and talk to him. Let's try.
I would think so. We should have about 2 to go. We should have time.
All right. Hey, John. Can you hear us? This is Rick and Michael in the broadcast booth.
Hey, Rick, Michael, how's it going, guys?
Good, man. You're running a real good race out there, buddy.
Yeah, it's I have a little bit of power in this 59 machine. But yeah, it's been fun. Me and Chris up here battling really, since that restart. So it's been a good one for sure.
Well, we've enjoyed it. You put on a great show with. So Michael and I were kind of talking. What's your strategy? You got 9 laps to go, probably 7 laps under green. What's your thoughts here?
So my strategy is to try to run as close to my qual laps as I can. I believe this 59 machine has the tires to do it and the engine to do it. So that is my goal right now, is to turn the fastest laps of the race and really just to take this home.
Yeah, we were just sitting there talking there on that restart. You got a heck of a jump on that last restart. You did not want to see that caution come out. It was going to be really hard for him to run you down with a jump like that. So let's hope you can get out there and get another restart like that and take this thing home, man.
10-4. Sounds like a plan, guys.
Good luck,
Thank you, John. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, it was good to get him to comment on where he's been and get a little insight into what his thoughts are.
Yep. The old adage, go fast.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of detail there, just go fast.
I think that's it. That's really all you got to do at this point when you're down to 8 laps to go, for sure.
Obviously the race has been between John and Christopher the whole afternoon, but Darren and William have been fast cars as well, and they're on the same tire strategies that the top 2 guys are. Be interesting to see if those 2 can kind of, not race each other side by side here early and get together and see if they can run those front 2 cars down and see if they can get involved in this finish here.
Well, you look right at the top 6. Derudris, Howell, Owens, George, Nini, Amick, all pitted at lap 67. So they're all in the same position with tires and fuel. I don't think fuel plays a role anymore, but definitely with tires.
Yeah, be interesting to see if these guys can get a good restart. Not make any mistakes and just stay clean and stay together. We may see a 4 or 5 car run down here, which would be nice.
Interesting. Kenneth Bradstock did just go in and take tires and fuel. He took 4 tires, and he is showing now in the 7th position on the lead lap. So just that's
with fresher tires than everybody else.
Fresher tires.
That's an interesting. I mean, he had nothing to lose. Now he's went and got fresh rubber, so he's going to be fresher than everybody else.
Yeah.
That's a very good call on his part, because he was already back there anyway. Going to get fresh rubber and see if he can make up some spots here. He may be in this thing before it's all said and done.
Well, let's keep an eye on him as we form back up. I believe the lights are off on the pace car. They are.
It'd be interesting to see what kind of restart strategy John is going to play here.
Oh, I think he's just going to go for it. He's got to send it, right? That's pretty...
He's definitely got to send it, for sure. It'd be interesting to see if he tries to lay back where he took off early on the last restart, if he tries to lay back and make them think he's going to do the same thing and then take off late and pull away that way too. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of strategy he plays here. If I'm the 44 car, I'm on his bumper right now. And I'm not letting him get 2 inches away from me. I am pushing and trying to put my nose between him and Christopher Howell and steal that spot and then make it my race too. So we'll see how it goes. Here we go. Oh,
green.
It looks like he held it to the last possible minute. Got a good restart there.
Huge. Just a tremendous jump. He has moved out to...
Settling back in 3rd. He is almost a 0.3 of a second lead there.
I'm curious to see right now Kenneth Bradstock. What is he turning for laps? Let's look at
seems to be way off the pace here.
Yeah, absolutely. Now 3 seconds behind the leaders and falling back a little bit. You know, fresh tires, you've got to learn. Well, I mean, I'm sure he knows this. As you come off, there's a little bit of time where got to get some heat. Oh, Howell.
Oh, wow.
Through the grass. Hang on to it. Hang on to it. He does. But it brought out the caution.
See who else got involved in that.
Looks like Jeff Nini got involved. He's a little slow getting back on. What happened to Jeff? Let's try to back this up a little bit. He should be used to being in that grass tonight. Oh, there's a few cars involved.
Yeah, it looks like Christopher just got into the fence there, coming off of 4.
So it looks like we've got, and this is probably this is Evan Amick and Jeff Nini here. Evan's running tight to the low line. Looks like he's beginning to lose the rear end a little bit. And it's going to come right down into the 77. Yep. That was all happening right behind Christopher Howell's pass in the grass, and that brought out our yellow flag.
Yeah, that was another bad break for John DeRugis up front there, because coming off of 4 on that turn there, Christopher Howell got in the fence and really slowed him down and allowed the 59 machine to pull away.
Yep. So interesting.
Rack him up again.
I think Christopher Howell went in and got his fast repair and fresh tires.
We should be green-white checkered here. Is that not correct?
Absolutely.
Well, he's got a clean car and fresh tires. He's probably going to restart looking here about 5th place. He's going to restart in 5th.
He's got the time, and he may have the car.
He's going to have a great restart here. Get a good jump. And, you know, he'll have to get around the 74 car and the 44 though. I mean, they're you know, those top 3 guys are on the same tire strategy as each other are, and the 44's got a fresh car because I believe he used a quick repair when he spun off a pit road there, so he's going to have a clean car as well. This should be an exciting finish if they can just keep it clean.
That'll be the challenge, because you've got DeRugis and George on the front row, Owens and Bradstock in row 2, and then Howell and Nini in row 3. So you've got Chris Howell right behind Darren Owens in 3rd and 5th.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how Christopher plays this. He's going to have to, you used the term send it earlier. That's exactly what he's going to have to do. He's definitely got the skill, and now he's got a fresh car, so he could definitely be a factor in this thing again. He's definitely not out of it.
Yeah, my only concern for him is going to be if we can get that car in front of him to get the same jump or a better jump.
Yeah. Oh, I would say Darren's going to make his car 3 cars wide.
We'll see if that outside line does anything as well. I'm guessing John will take his normal jump. He seems to have done very well with getting off the mark. And he's in control, right? We've really
not said a whole lot. We've talked about William George today. He's had some fast laps and been up front and been around. He's had quite an eventful day. I think he was involved in a little skirmish early on, but he has battled back to be up here at the front to compete for this thing. He's definitely ran a great race today. Be interested to see if he can stay up here and give John a run for his money, because he's battled today, but he's definitely been a very good opponent today.
Well, this should be a fun battle as we go to a green-white. Very interesting.
Interesting to see how Kenneth Bradstock, you know, if he that last caution, he came in and got tires. And then not really sure what happened to him there on that last restart. He fell back pretty hard. So it'll be interesting to see if he can get back up in the mix here as well.
Well, he's sitting in 4th place on the outside, so he is definitely in it for sure.
For sure.
Well, our pace car should be off in a second. We'll be back to green.
Pace car's off. Here we go.
John's holding him back a little bit.
Big jump by the 59 machine again. Jumping out to a big restart there. .44 tried to make it work at the bottom. Oh, he's getting loose. No. Oh.
We're going to do this all over again.
Yes, we are. If that restart was any indication, it's going to be a 2-car run because, of course, now Christopher's going to be right up there and, picking up another spot starting on the 2nd row now. So, man, that was wild.
That was wild for sure.
It looked to me like the 44 just tried to make it stick on the bottom and just could not quite hold it. Yeah, I mean that was wild. He just tried to make that thing stick at the bottom of the track, couldn't, and just lost it there.
We've got a little bit of time here while they're forming back up. We can go take a peek at just what happened, unfortunately, to the 44. So you can see he's aggressively on the low line.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to fend off a pretty big run on the outside by the 99, and maybe he just do or die.
Yeah, holding it tight, kept the low line, got back in. Coming off of turn 2, he stuck that low line and then overcorrected a little bit, which I don't think he had any control over, and then turned it right into the wall. I'm looking to see if anybody else was collected in that accident. Looks to be like everybody made it through. Unfortunately, the 44 car had significant damage from that.
Yeah, and I don't know if he had a quick repair or not. I would think he tried to fix it when he spun and got some damage off of pit road earlier in the race.
Yeah, he's not going back in. He's just going to survive on what he's got. Which is a car without a front clip.
He's definitely going to limp this one home, that's for sure. Well, rack them back up. We got John Drugis in the 59 machine up front, going to restart in 1st. William George in 2nd. Kenneth Bradstock in the 74 and 3rd. And Christopher Howell has been up front all day today. And the 88 is going to restart in the 4th position. Evan Amick in the 77 is going to restart 5th. Jeff Needy in the 40 is going to be 6th, and Darren Owens 7th, and Dan Withers is 1 lap down.
And attrition has taken out the balance of the field. We're down to these top 8 cars still on the track. We've still got at least one more lap of pacing before we go lights out and get ready for our 2nd green-white checker attempt of the evening.
Well, how do you think this is going to play out, Rick? What are your predictions here?
I think I've been wrong every single time. I thought we would get clean, but I think that this is still going to be a battle of the 59 car and the 88 of Howell. I think
Boy,
that
it's so hard to bet against the 59 the way he's had his last 4 restarts. I mean, he has dominated the restarts, that's for sure.
he has. You know, as the leader, you're in control. You have every opportunity to hold that field back once you get to that restart zone, and then to set the pace for the race. He has, it appears, he's pretty much held it and controlled the race on every single one of his restarts.
That's definitely been his strategy the last 3 restarts. He's held the field back until that very last second, and then it just takes a heck of a jump to pull away. I would imagine that he's going to play that same strategy here because it's worked every time.
Absolutely. So lights are off on the pace car, so now we're going to get formed back up for our second green-white checker.
This is going to be the second green-white checker attempt, correct?
That is correct. This is number 2. Cars are entering the backstretch at this point.
I've really got my eye on this 88 machine back here. Now he's restarting in the 4th position, but he's going to have fresh stuff here, so we'll see how this goes.
We'll keep our eye on this restart. I think that's going to be the most exciting part of this. Beginning of this green-white. Okay, pace car is off.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Yep, doing the same thing. He's holding the field back, and there he goes.
Green.
Good restart by the 59 again.
Yep. The 88 is up to 3rd.
A good run off by the 99 of William George there.
He is. He's got a 2/10 behind the 59. Should be a white flag.
He's going to try to hold it down at the bottom and make this thing stick and make a run. The 88 is going to try to run the high line and get a big run off the corner. And he definitely gets a big run off the corner to sneak up on the 99 here.
Oh,
he's going to get in here and make this thing interesting.
He is. John's holding the low line.
William George and Christopher Howell get into it. And 59 John Grugis is going to finish first. Wow. That was going to be an interesting run off the corner there for sure. What a race, man. That was incredible. John did a great job on restarts all day long. That was ultimately the difference, is John's ability to pull away on these restarts.
Well, I think that was how we would expect this race to finish. It has been absolutely action-packed, especially when it comes down. Let's watch back this restart, this just run to the finish line here. We'll play it back, and he just moved him up to the wall. And at that point, it's on. Not a lot you can do at that point between the 99 and the 88.
Yeah, I don't think either one of those cars would have had anything for him coming off a 4. I don't think they could have got to his door to make anything happen. But man, that was a good effort by both of those guys to make that thing work. But ultimately, the difference, like I said before, was that restart. I mean, John, it's just he has mastered how to pull away on these restarts and give himself an advantage, and that proved to be the difference.
Absolutely. Well, this has been a heck of another recruitment race here with the IWM team, and we've seen iRacing Warriors Motorsportz continue to offer these recruitment races as they begin to work towards their league start sometime at the beginning of May. We'll continue to broadcast this and other leagues within the iRacing community. We thank you for watching us, and we appreciate the time you spent with us. Michael, thank you for your presence here in the booth. I've enjoyed our time together.
Appreciate it, Rick. Had a great time, buddy. It was a great race.
It was a great race. And again, congratulations to Mr. John DeRudris for his win here at the IWM Charlotte Recruitment Race. Have a great night.
Good night, guys.